Hello guys, Mashiba came back once again. So I'll tell you, Hajime Ippo around 14:55 came out earlier today. There was no chapter last week, as far as I'm concerned. There's no reason why. I do understand that they're recently like a Japan Golden Week type of thing, so it could be for that. But after that fantastic last chapter we don't got, they pushing each other back and forth. Their animals just going at it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. But overall, just been working on the comic book, doing my own thing, shaking the bacon, and yeah. We'll get on to it. You see a pair of legs. Welcome back to the Mashiba corner. The Grim Reaper versus the Bad Boy. Round 1 is over. And I believe this is Mashiba's coach. Like, that's not the plan we agreed on. I punch that in his domain. Why press forward on your own? I know you all worked it, but get that to your plan next round. Just like we talked about. Water down his stamina and you notice Mashiba's face. You see a close-up of the brow. And Mashiba's coach says to himself, there are things you can feel from facing someone down. Or facing someone down in there. And facing someone down. And there are things that you can only understand by exchanging punches. I guess he's determined. Yeah, I guess he's determined this isn't an opponent where the plan will work. No, wait. This isn't an opponent who the plan will work against. And the Mashiba's coach continued, alright, I get it. But don't go so hard or so fast and burn out. It's just the beginning. I'm sure you figured out from the exchange just now. Just now. But this is his turf, and he's definitely going to kick it up another gear. Only dodge if it's a direct hit. Don't step in too close, and don't lose your focus. Well, don't let your focus lapse for a second. Mashiba spits out the water. After getting done gargling it, he stands up. He says, I'm going to rip it off him. And Rosario just like points. I don't give a shit about those. He gargles some water. No. He swallows the water. Oh boy, I don't know how good that is. It makes the bench like you took one good to the body. You took a good one to the body at the beginning there. But keep in mind that this is a away match. It may come down to the scorecards. And Rosario stands up and he's like, that's unfair. And as I said, round 2, they both spent the first 3 minutes filling each other out. What will they do next? And the crowd's like, Mashiba, keep going. Yeah, just like that. You took round 1 easy. And they look like, I know what Mashiba's plan is, but what is Rosario going to do? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's a guy who doesn't have his mouth open. It's a guy who's saying, what's Rosario's gonna do? And Yoko's, well, I bet he's happy with a punch out. But the guy's just like, but look, someone steps forward, and Rosario has changed his fighting stance. Mashiba was going back into the hitman stance, and Rosario is coming in an awkward stance. And Senna's like, what the? He's so damn far. Is he being cautious now? And we honest, like Mashiba's reign is longer than he expected. He may have no choice but to be more hesitant. He sent us like, so he's gonna close the distance bit by bit, huh? Miata ... And Mashiba. Rosario breathes in. He goes down. And we don't see what happened. We just, I guess we cut to commercial break. And to be continued, just like 2 weeks ago, it doesn't say anything about there being a break next week. So I'm going to assume that we're going to pick up with the usual thing. So if it was the normal back-to-back week, then it'll be a lot more tangible to just, well, it's a alright chapter, but it's just the comeback and it's only 10 pages. And we get this. And it's just nothing bad, nothing horrible. It's just there's not much besides from the original plan. Well, the original basic plan they had for Rosario. It turns out Rosario is better than what they expected. But Mashiba did take the initiatives on himself because he didn't want to wait for the later rounds to finish off Rosario. But Misha was telling his coach, I'm going to rip it off of him. My goodness, I guess he's embraced a great Takamura. I'm going to rip it off for him for you. You want it bad, don't you? I'll rip him off of it for you. Oh, boy. And for the Rosario, reiterating the whole unfair thing, we still have yet to get his full backstory. And the Rosario coming in with a different stance. I don't know what it is. I theorize he's going to dive in deep still. But somebody said, why start off so far back? Well, for that, before he tried to go in the medium range and score it with Mashiba, and we obviously see what happened then. Mashiba hit him dead to the body. For what I believe he's doing now, especially going in here, he didn't really raise his guard. His guard is real low. I doubt he's trying to plan to imitate the hitman stance. No. But he breathes in air, and he ducks down. So somebody said, well, is he going to pull out Shinobu, you know, shut off emotions? No. What we're about to see here is potentially the fastest speed blitz in the world. And when so the reason why he's sucking all the air, all the oxygen, the barrage, because before Rosario throw a punch, and Mashiba still can use his footwork and they'll go into an exchange. They push each other back and forth. But in this case, what Rosario's about to do, especially when he's breathing in all that air, Rosario is about to release one of the most vicious barrage we've ever seen. He's not letting up. It's like when Vork and Ippo is going back and forth with each other. He's sucking in all that oxygen and the barrage. He's not going to let Mashiba breathe. And I'm interested to see what it is, because we've already seen that Mashiba can throw out the flicker, and Rosario can get in deep, but it'll always reset when they both return to medium range. Rosario is not going to let this man breathe. That's why he's coming with low guard, because he got nothing to stiffen up his body. He's going to dive in deep into Mashiba's chest, and he's going to try to violate it. Now, how would Mashiba defend with this? I don't know. I don't know what type of Mashiba can use his footwork. Mashiba can do so and so, but it would be interesting. Like I always said, there's still an opportunity for him to use the power and jab that Tommy Hearn was known for, especially to set up that chopping right, where just like he put it out into person's face and blam! It's like a laser sight for a heat seeking missile. He line it up and blam! Drop him. Vicious. You gotta see that Tommy Hearn versus Roberto the Rent KO. That was vicious. Just my goodness. Like he short-circuited his brain, and for a few moments he is not inside the human world anymore. Overall, that's more or less it. We haven't really seen Mashiba kick it up into that much high gear yet. I believe he's already used the anti-Rosario strategy. Yeah, he's already used that change of stance already, if I do recall. And he did it at the beginning before he switched back to Hitman stance. We get to see him use the Slayer stance. If somebody say that could be very dangerous, I would say would be depending on how he sets it up. If he mixes it in with the new step out from there, I think it could work. Especially since with the range and length that Mashiba could have faster hands. Just purely from how he operates it. Because his left hand is vicious. The flicker is fantastic. The speed, especially when he released that full onslaught barrage to Shinobu. So it's just, he does got decent hand speed, at least in his left hand. So it's just, yeah, I do believe he's the faster of the two. When the first is just being able to move. But Rosario here is about to close up all gaps. Rosario is not going to take too much damage. I'm telling you, the onslaught Rosario is about to do will be one of the most... this would be the most punches we've ever seen thrown around. Easily. And somebody say, how would he be able to take damage? He's up to... I don't think Rosario is going to take damage. Remember, they got hints from Mishiba's coach that that he's going to take it up another gear. And especially since he's starting off long. He underestimated Mashiba's long range at the beginning. Got hit with that body shot. Alright? I'm not saying it took a lot out of him. But it's just like, those aren't punches he can afford to really take right now. Especially with his stamina problem. So starting off from long range. Since he already got a decent ordeal of the distance of Mashiba. I'm telling you, he's going to blast in deep. He's going to go in deep into Mashiba's, into his striking range. He's going to do it. I know he is. I know he's going to do it. No one breathes in air like that. Like, I'm going to go for a long... No. I'm telling you, he's going to be one of the most relentless barrages we've ever seen. Now, the question is, we've never really seen Mashiba in this type of situation. We've seen him go back and forth and square back up. We've seen him fight close range opposition, but we've not really seen him go against somebody who goes in deep and is just like a relentless swarmer. Just throws out any type of combinations, and he don't care where he hit. I don't care if he's punching in your chest or to your arm. He's just swinging at anything. Going there with the classic Joe Frazier, the man, like he's going to connect with something. Eventually, he's going to connect with something. So, if he can bring that not that George form, the Joe Frazier type pressure constantly on Ali, just because he's not letting him breathe. He's not lying. If he go, especially with the way he's breathing, I don't know, man. There is a caveat to that. I don't know how much damage Rosario can take in the condition he's in. Alright, he wasn't able to rate drain properly. Had to put in extra work to burn off the pounds. We don't know how much he's also had the chance to rehydrate. So he could be coming in a lot heavier than Mashiba in the fight. It's a possibility. But, oh boy. I'm telling you, Rosario's gonna go berserk. My goodness. Oh, that's, I want to see that full Rosario backstory with the whole unfair thing. We got a hint of the, used to be an ex-game member. But, we haven't really got the whole idea with his whole parent situation. We get like a decent look at his home life. See what type of specimen this is. So, because they keep on reiterating, it's unfair, it's unfair, it's unfair. Like many other characters who had some type of plot contriving, whether it's with the whole Takamura thief stain, or Keith dragging his bad luck, or it was going to be with the whole Senbukuro trying to drown Ippo. That was always something they kept reiterating, and eventually that led to a backstory. But we got like Senbuku's backstory before you fought him, so that's a little tip. That's an outlier there. But usually when they go on with something being unfair like this, it usually leads to a backstory. You wouldn't get nothing. But all I gotta say is, next week, hopefully, we're about to see something magical happen. Santa's like, he's gonna close the distance in bit. No, he's not going to close the distance in bit by bit. He's going to full blast Mashiba, and Mashiba's gonna misfire with the flicker. I know he is. Unless he kicks up the flicker to another gear and pops him, I don't know, man. I don't think that's gonna be enough. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be enough to stop him. Because one thing, Mashiba pops him, throws out a feint, and just light him up. Now that teach him a lesson. Hey, you're not gonna do that long, like that long distance Senno type dodge. That ain't gonna happen around. Unless he does something like that to say, hey, Rosario, to shut that whole thing down completely. Getting hit with one punch, Rosario's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. And especially if he's going to go ballistic like a swarmer, he's going to try to throw anything. My only concern is, I don't know, man. I don't think Rosario's going to foul anybody. But I don't know. If Mashiba get punched in the throat, oh my goodness. If he gets hit dead in his neck or get punched right in his chest and have a similar effect to the Heartbreaker, I don't know, man. I don't know. This will be taking Mashiba in some deep waters that he's never been before. We have seen he's gone against infighters. He has slayed he's snatched a lot of infighter souls, but he's never really fought against somebody who attempted to punch anywhere at any time. Nothing. He can't even use his footwork. He's just right on them. Just right on them. Like right on them, like smoke on a fire. You can't get away from him. We've never really seen that scenario. They'll reset, you'll push him back, you'll work the ropes, but we've never really seen Mashiba deal with a person who just throw. It'll be. I don't know. And the closest that I can recall to remember somebody doing that is Hayami. We remember Mr. Hayami, Ryorichi, the genius, and the shotgun. The difference is the shotgun with straight punches, excellent piece, or it's a Gake's hedgehog. But if he's able to get full body torque and throw in left hooks and uppercuts and relentless pressure, I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be something dangerous here. But it's not something that Mashiba have not encountered with someone trying to dive in deep. We saw the Shinobu brute forces method way into Mashiba's close range and try to get at him from there. But yeah, we could be seeing one of the best dashes in the entire series. It is possible. It is possible. He might, and then like Miata say, he might have no choice but to be more hesitant now. I don't think anybody's watching it. I don't think anybody know who Rosario is. Now that I think about it, besides from Mashiba watching that tape in Ippo, I don't think anybody else knows who this guy is. Which is now I think about it. Besides from like some local Japanese talent, a lot of Ippo opponents, whether it's Takamura or Yoki or something, like, they don't know who these guys are. Like you know, oh, this is this famous fighter from so on. Like we got like that from like Jimmy Fisher from when he's a kid, more type prediction, but like nobody just it's just a name out there that oh you know he's just so and so fighter, so and so. Like they're not directly facing them. Like no one knows who they are. Just like they don't keep up with the top 10 rankings. They don't keep up with so and so. They just show up out of nowhere. Just now think about it. With the whole Sendo Miata thing, they've had no comment about who Rosario is. Just, well, you know, he didn't show up or so on. It's like, well, does nobody know who Rosario is? I didn't think about that. Does no one know who this guy is? Even with Keith Dragon, until Takamo was about to fight him, no one knows who this guy was. Like, no one keeps up with the top 10. No one keeps up with what goes on with other weight classes. Just nobody. Just like Fuji, Mari, and the other guy. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, no one knows who these top fighters are. Like, no one knows who this guy is before they fighting him. No. That's another thing I know about Ippo. Just like, we never know how big the world is until they become somebody's opponent. Until they fight Takamura, Ippo, Yoki, Kimura, Itagaki. We never hear these guys lingering around. We never. Somebody said, well, they're not Japanese. The Japanese don't pay attention to the top 10. The Japanese don't pay attention to the world rankers. Are you serious? We don't find out about Death God Gonzalez until Ippo's fighting him. How was he ever going to go against Ricardo? Same thing with Sendo. We get like Billy McCullum. We did not know who he was. Same thing with Juan Garcia, a former world champion. No one knew who he was until he was fighting Mashiba. Why? We don't hear about these people or know who they are until they fight somebody. Like no one pays attention to the sport. Nobody just watching anybody else. No one's paying attention to their own weight class. Just nobody. Nobody. Who is the best at lightweight? Junior lightweight. Who was the other featherweights who was trying to unify the belts and why Billy McCullum gave up his belt? To fight Ricardo. Who are these other people? How come we don't know who they are until somebody else is fighting them? Well, what detail will it make? It help flesh out the world. It shows the world is bigger than not just main cast. And no one knows who these people are. No one's ever seen them, ever heard of them. They never showed up to have a fight in Japan to get some. Like this stuff just don't happen until like somebody's fighting them. Like how you gonna run a boxing magazine and no one knows who anybody else is? No updates on nobody, no nothing. Unless there's a friend of Ippo or a main character, more or less. No one knows who these guys are. Nobody long-term setup. Death God Gonzalez didn't exist before Wally. No one know who he was. Nobody watched a Death God Gonzalez tape to see how Ricardo. Matter of fact, now think about it. We've never seen that tape of Alfredo Gonzalez versus Ricardo Martinez. So you noticed that, right? We've never seen that for a fight. Matter of fact, send no training from Ricardo Martinez. We've never seen him watch any tape on Ricardo Martinez of any of his fights. None. Why? We got all this chapter time. We got all this chapter time to do this and that and this and that. We can't get nothing out of T.A. Kintaro. We can't get nothing out of Yoki Kimura. Just Itagaki just sitting there. He's just a background character. Just so we can't even find out anybody else in the weight class until somebody fight him. Like that's actually got me concerned. I didn't think about that until right now. Throughout the entirety for over 30 plus years, unless a character is fighting him, we don't know who they are. We never hear about them. Mari and Fuji never report on them. Nobody knows. Like aside from the Japanese, the Rookie King type people. Like now even then, we didn't know about who those guys were. Because the only reason we knew who those guys were because they was fighting a tournament. Another case, right? You remember when Ippo was going to choose his next challenge? Ippo was a champion, right? And it was after he fought Shinbukuro. And Shinbukuro destroyed the Dempsey, right? And this is after the Sonata fight, right? He got 4 different challengers. 4 for his weight class. We only saw Samamura. Who were those 3 other people? Who? Who are these other rankers? Who is just like Jinpei against Kimura? Who is he? He didn't exist until George put him on screen. Is this a bigger world, or it's just, well, no one knows who these guys are besides so and so? There's no big fight people want to watch. There's no big fight in a weight class. There's no nut. I'm not. I don't expect every character to just be that interested, but somebody gotta be keeping up with all these other people. Somebody, especially we got two reporters as a part of the semi-main cast, and Fuji and Mari. But no one knows anything. Has anybody ever been undisputed recently? Why is Ricardo who was Ricardo Martinez's last 10 fights? Ippo could have fought one of those guys before Jeff Gonzalez, or afterwards. Amar's not ready for that level of competition. Or Itagaki. So it's... Well, I know one thing. That kind of blew out all the air from that whole dream match thing. Because, if we don't know who else in the featherweight class until somebody fight him, then it... I never thought about that. But overall, it's an alright chapter. A nice filler chapter to fill out what's going on in between rounds. See what the characters are thinking. Seeing why Misha was just... Well, I already personally knew why Misha was just went in there. But why don't you follow the plan? Oh, you could tell by his face reaction that, you know, the plan's not going to work on him. That's what you tell him. You could tell by Misha's face response that the plan wasn't going to work. Like the new style is working. What are you supposed to? Oh yeah, the whole plan. Oh, we're gonna wait till the later round. I don't think that's a good idea. But I guess that plan of waiting till the later rounds is throwing it out the window. But now, pace yourself, Mashiba, and let's see how the next match goes. I want to let the plan. Yeah, that was the plan. No, to drag it out to the later rounds. Oh. We won't be able to do that. All right, then, Mashiba. Pace yourself, and look for opportunity. And watch out, then. The man's dangerous. But I never thought about that until now. Outside of what Ippo can see, we never see anything else. It's one thing with the commentating thing, right? No one's saying that Takamura is a duck. No one's saying so-and-so. Takamura can have all these belts in these different weight classes and no one says anything. Well, like when the last time Takamura had to fight his WBC mandatory in junior middleweight? Has no one tried to go for undisputed? No one's calling him a duck? What about his middleweight? He's hold 2 belts. When was the last time he fought at the middleweight? When? Crickets. Even right now, what is Takamura's next fight? The fight can be... No. The last fight we seen was Itagaki had another slump fest. And he had a quick match against somebody. And that was like a while ago. I can't remember who he was going against. The guy didn't have a name. That was like a while ago. I think it was... Yeah, it was around the same time... Like Takamura sparred Sendo again. Around that same time. So it's just... maybe it's not nothing major. It is something I find irritating, because you want to have this whole big world and so and so, but he says, well, the world only exists as much as I put on screen. And it doesn't matter. If I had to face those same critiques of my stuff, I'll take it full on, but it's just, my goodness. Well, you know, yeah, did you watch any tape on this man? And somebody say, why? Why not? You know who Mashiba is. You gonna watch the fight anyway, why not find out who Rosario is? Y'all two don't got nothing else to do besides from go to training camp. Why not? I'm not expecting to give Mashiba tips, but you can at least find a fight compilation. Since there are iPhones and Twitter now, find some type of you could have found out something about Rosario, something besides from the people who are involved in fighting against him. Besides for that conversation with Fuji. When I watched a few tapes, who did Rosario fight in those tapes? Doesn't matter. He fought an unknown guy. He was just somebody, right, Ippo? Well, I've never thought about that until now. Especially with the watching tape thing. Sendo's watched no tape on Ricardo. Matter of fact, nobody's ever watched tape on Ricardo. The closest tape we got is the flashback of Death God Gonzalez getting his wig peeled back and Dante getting his wig peeled back. That's it. We have no tape or any other fights or anybody watching any tape that I can recall. No, because Dante didn't watch any extra tape. I don't think Ippo watched tape on it. Have you watched any tape on this man? Did you have a chance to see what he could fight like in his earlier days? Back when he had that spirit in him, that fire? And maybe that can evoke Sendo's just like, wow, this guy's a beast! My goodness. He could even hit harder than Wakariuchi! That's what I'm talking about! Then the nerves start to set in. Oh my goodness. He started shaking when he was about to fight Ippo the second time. This guy could be a damn demon. My goodness. I guess he really is the El Diablo of Mexico. But we have to wait to see how that fight turned out. But yeah. What tape did Takamura watch on Keith Dragon? None. Michael Goat? None. Bryant? None. Somehow, if they would have watched tape, when they would have realized that he got them unorthodox punches and he can lean back like that, if they would have watched tape on him. I don't know, they did watch tape on him when they knocked that guy, he knocked that one guy out of the ring, but it wasn't really looking at his style or techniques or anything. Same thing with the Golden Eagle, David Eagle. What type of, how much of a textbook boxer is he? And he was always planning on fighting Brian Hawk. Well, the last time we had them watch tape on somebody was like what, Mashiba? Hayami? Somewhat Sendo? No, Sendo mainly read a book about Ippo. Well, Ippo mainly read a book about Sendo, but yeah, and then Kimura talked about the smash. Oh, I know about that. It's not. It's something I thought about. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just find it disturbing that no one knows who this guy is. Like no one knows how he fights. No backstory. There's no pay-per-view. George should know most of this stuff. Maybe that could be a light novel. Maybe there can be a special or something. Which, here's the whole preview thing. Just how do they promote the fight on Japanese TV? It's just, alright, we got a few posters and that's it. There's no lead up, there's no TV specials, no nothing, no. I don't know. It's just something I noticed. It's not really a big dig, besides from the fact that no one knows who he is. That's strange. Especially for Ippo, Could Ippo not show him this? Like, what is this thing that Rosario is about to do right now? What is that? Do we have a name for this? I don't think we'll get answers next week. But for all that tape Ippo was watching, no one recognizes what he's doing right now. But then again, we have yet to get a shot from Ippo, so I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I'm very excited to see what Rosario's about to do. I say he's about to go berserk. He's about to go ballistic. He's about to become an animal, man. I'm telling you, he's going to swarm him. And it doesn't matter where he punches, as long as he lands. Is going to be one of the most vicious combinations we've ever seen. How does Mashiba defend against it? He got some options at his own arsenal. But the footwork, you're going to be too much pressure for the footwork. You're going to have to counter him and do something. Pull it like a Death God Gonzalez. You got to hit him in between the punches. You got to hurt him somehow. Because that last panel, maybe I'm just hyping this character up to get put to sleep. Who knows? But I just have a feeling he's about to go berserk. I have a feeling he's about to put it all on the line in this next round. He might blow his cash tank out right now. He's about to swarm this man. Who knows? But I am really hyped and excited to see where this goes. And I'm really interested. Really am. But it was okay. Like, comment, subscribe, and I don't know you guys' thoughts and opinion about what is Rosario about to do next. I say he's about to throw out a relentless barrage and swarm him, apply that real pressure, world-class pressure on him. Outside of expectations. I don't know how much that cut off. And I seen how they didn't read it. I still say he's about to go berserk, he's about to go ballistic. But there was a chapter called Outside Expectations, and it's just There are things you can feel from facing someone down, and there's only things you gonna understand by exchange of punches. I guess he's determined this isn't an opponent with a plan will work against. Only dodge if it's a direct kicks. Don't step. Yeah, okay, we can't have Mashiba blow out his gas tank as well as Rosario's, even though he got more in the tank. At least better condition. But yeah. That's more or less been the video on my end. And how you leave this Rosario thing or turn it to be K, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.